Five biggest game announcements from Xbox Developer Direct 2025 you need to check out.
Xbox have just concluded their 2025 Direct, and we have some major deep dives for some of their upcoming games. Let's dive right into it. South of Midnight will release on April 8th. South of Midnight was one of several titles to take the proverbial stage at Microsoft's Xbox Developer Direct presentation, showcasing new gameplay footage and finally announcing an exact release date. South of Midnight will see players stepping into the shoes of protagonist Hazel, a 19-year-old who is thrust into a darkly magical world where she must use her newfound powers as a weaver to unravel many mysteries. Through her powers, she can mend the many afflicted creatures she encounters, allowing her to also heal the world around her. A fish storytelling will be a crucial supporting character, becoming sort of a guide for Hazel throughout her journey. Now, where gameplay is concerned, Hazel will be a quick and agile character who, in addition to being able to use platforming and parkour moves to traverse the world, will be able to also conjure a variety of objects to navigate her surroundings. In combat, she will face a variety of different enemies, using her tools and abilities to adapt each enemy's unique strengths and weaknesses. Master magical skills, combining your different abilities and timing your attacks and moves properly will be key. New moves will be unlocked throughout the experience, courtesy of the game's progression mechanics as well. South of Midnight will see players exploring a number of different locations. Across varied biomes, Hazel will find echoes that will reveal more about the creatures that will serve as her primary targets. After learning more about how tragedies led them to their current corrupted states, at the end of each level you'll take them on in large-scale boss battles. Each creature is inspired by southern folklore. South of Midnight launches on April 8th for Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Game Pass.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
Clair Obscur Expedition 33 launches on April 24th. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 has turned heads each time it has been shown off, and the RPG impressed once again with its newest showing at the recent Xbox Developer Direct showcase. The footage has offered several new details on the game, covering its cast of characters, combat, story, and more. Different members of the expedition will have their own motivations, which means you can expect plenty of drama and interpersonal conflict. A number of these characters will, of course, also be playable, with a couple of new ones revealed as well. Combat will be primarily turn-based with elements of real-time mechanics as previously shown. What's newly showcased is the game's emphasis on customization. Using different equipment, upgrades, and passive abilities, players will be able to tailor each character to their preferred style. And outside of combat, Expedition 33 will feature a fully modeled 3D world map that you'll explore atop a giant floating balloon. Yes, really, it's awesome. A number of unique locations will be scattered throughout the world, and in true RPG fashion, you can expect plenty of variety on that front. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 launches on April 24th for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. It will also be available for Game Pass day and date. Ninja Gaiden 4 announced, launches in fall 2025. Ninja Gaiden is officially getting a new mainline title. After a new entry in a legendary Japanese franchise was rumored for the show, Team Ninja and Platinum Games announced Ninja Gaiden 4. It's out in fall 2025 for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC alongside Game Pass. Now, the story focuses on Tokyo, wreaked by the remaining husk of the Dark Dragon and the Endless Rain. It's up to new protagonist Yakumo from the Raven Clan to end the suffering. Of course, Ryu Hayabusa returns, playing a pivotal role and clashing with Yakumo, which makes sense given their clans are rivals. Retaining the series' signature high-speed combat, Ninja Gaiden 4 offers enhanced verticality with wall running, wall jumping, and even grappling. You can also look forward to the return of obliteration and ultimate techniques. Speaking to Xbox Wire, Platinum Games' director and producer Yuji Nakao revealed that the title is currently 70 to 80% complete, with the team entering the polishing phase. We'll continue to work closely with Team Ninja, ensuring every detail meets the expectations
Ninja
of
Gaiden
fans.
4.
More details will be revealed to help players understand just how fun and exciting this game is, so stay tuned. Interestingly, there may be a chance for hands-on time gameplay before launch. Team Ninja head Fumihiko Yasuda said the team is looking into ways to give you opportunities to get hands-on experience. A pre-release demo be far-fetched, Neo 1, Neo 2, and Wolong Fallen Dynasty all received the same. Rise of the Ronin also received a demo, though that was post-launch.
The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos
Ninja
to this
God.
day.
Infiltrated the facility.
Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is out today for Xbox Series X and S, PC, and PS5. Ninja Gaiden 4 is official, but if you can't wait until it launches, there's some good news. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is available today for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC alongside Game Pass. The idea for the Unreal Engine 5 remaster emerged due to feedback from the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, with fans wanting to experience the original. Team Ninja head Fumihiko Yasuda affirmed to Xbox Wire that the remaster is crafted to satisfy both those who played the original and newcomers discovering it as a current generation action game. Though it retains the challenge and feel of the original Xbox 360 title, to say nothing of the gore, it also incorporates features from Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. The weapon upgrade system is also more aligned with the original. Of course, alongside Ryu Hayabusa, players can control other characters like Ayane, Momiji, and Rachel. Doom: The Dark Ages launches on May 15th. Doom: The Dark Ages grabbed the spotlight during Microsoft's Xbox Developer Direct, to no one's surprise. The developer showcased an extensive new look at its upcoming first-person shooter, and it's looking like another exciting evolution of the franchise. The biggest change from past installments is that Doom: The Dark Ages is ostensibly a semi-open world title. Director Hugo Martin describes it as the largest play space ever in a Doom game. Players will discover secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources. You control the pace of the game, where you go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches, Martin says. And sure enough, the developer describes it as the largest campaign it has ever built by a good bit, with plenty of optional content to keep you busy.
Doom.
I want you to have a really fun summer out here. I only have one rule. Stay out of the basement.
What do you got in
Doom: The Dark Ages is also touting a new style of combat, swapping Eternal's jump and shoot style with a focus on standing your ground and aggressively fighting enemies, in line with the medieval setting and the theme of the prequel. New tools include a shield saw, an iron flail, a spiked mace, an electric gauntlet, and a roster of what the developer describes as some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons to ever come from the studio. Glory kills have also been changed and are now completely unsynced. Players can also look forward to fully fleshed out gameplay sections centered on piloting an Altan mech, or a cybernetic dragon capable of breathing fire and firing Gatling guns. New difficulty options have also been added in, including multiple new sliders, with the developer describing the game as the perfect entry point for newcomers. Doom: The Dark Ages will also feature a big summer blockbuster story, according to the developer, with a new approach to storytelling. It's easier to access now, as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains, says Martin. The music, meanwhile, is being composed by Finishing Move. The music production company has worked on titles such as the Callisto Protocol, Borderlands 3, and Halo Wars 2. Musician Nick Gordon, who composed the soundtrack for Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, isn't returning. The first-person shooter will see players exploring a variety of levels together, making up what the developer has called the largest play space ever in a Doom game, but what that will mean for the game's runtime. Speaking during a Q&A session attended by Gaming Bolt, director Hugo Martin and executive producer Marty Stratton labeled Doom: The Dark Ages as the developer's biggest and most ambitious game yet. Though specific details on the game's runtime weren't provided, Martin called it really long, with the duo highlighting the amount of optional content that will be available to players. It kinda depends on how you're playing, like any game, Stratton said, but it's the biggest game, the biggest campaign we've ever made by a good bit. If you're exploring those levels, there's just tons of side content. And speaking about side content, Martin added, I think it's going to be mostly about secret hunting. If you explore all the secrets and you're a completionist, you're certainly going to make it a much larger experience for yourself. Martin also spoke about the length of individual levels in the game, revealing that each level will be roughly an hour long on average. We don't want it to be too long. We don't want a single level to overstay its welcome, he said, before adding, I think the sweet spot is right at about an hour, no more. So a lot of honestly what we're doing right now is refining it and making sure that we stay in that same space. But it is a massive campaign for sure. Doom: The Dark Ages launches for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, PC, and Game Pass on May 15th. So, what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you like this
Okay.
video, please
We got
subscribe to the channel
South
and
of
enable
Midnight.
all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates.
Ninja
we upload
Gaiden
every day
4?
and we'll really appreciate your support.
Ninja
Thanks for
Gaiden
watching.
2? Wait, Ninja Gaiden 4. Ninja Gaiden 4. Doom.
When new transactions add up, you'll want an extra hand with bookkeeping. Automate your income and